Good morning, guys. How are you guys today? Awesome. Hopefully you guys had a day off yesterday or could at least use that half day to catch up on a couple of homework things maybe with your electives and have a few hours off there. You're tired, mopey, and relatively all right. That kind of sums up my feelings this morning as well. It feels like a Monday today. I can see that. I can definitely see that. All right. Well, good news, bad news is when we left off, so the quarter ended Friday, yesterday, sometime. I entered grades yesterday, so whatever grade you have in your grade book this morning, or actually technically yesterday morning, is what you'll see on your midterm report card. Please keep in mind that midterm report cards are not permanent grades. They are not shown on your transcripts. It's simply just a snapshot at some point in time to let you know if you need to make adjustments for the rest of the semester. So please note that if your midterm grade is not what you were hoping, you still have time to correct that before the end of the semester approaches, which is going to be middle of January this year. So again, those are not permanent scores. They will not be put on your transcript. It's simply just a reflection piece for you to see if you like what you've been doing or if you need to make adjustments at this point and change a few things. Are there any questions with anything up to this point? When I left you, we had finished the last lesson of Unit 3. The test was not scheduled for last week. It's on the calendar for this week, which is nice and kind of not so nice at the same time because you probably just got done wrapping up some tests last week and now you have another one this week in here, but hopefully it won't be too bad for you. On the agenda today, my plan is to review for that test. So I have a Kahoot game that we'll do this morning here in preparation for that Unit 3 test. So before I application share and get us ready, are there any questions with the Unit 3 material? Okay, great. Then let's see if I can get organized on my end here. Okay, loaded 100%. Might be a little bit loud, so I got to adjust the volume on my end real quick here. Okay, so you know the drill. You only have to go to kahootit.com, right? Or kahoot.it, I believe, not even .com, kahoot.it. And enter the game pin. Oh, okay. Let's retry the screen sharing, shall we? I think it may be my computer. We'll see. Because the music is like changing speeds at the same time as well. We'll take the webcam off and see if that helps. Weird. Okay, I'm going to try sharing my desktop then instead of just the game. Okay. Like I said, the music is really weird. The music is going like faster, then slower, then faster, slower. So I think it's my computer. Could be Blackboard Collaborate too if it's not liking the one screen sharing app there. I'll share the entire screen because that's working now. Okay, we got 5 of us in there. Who we're missing? Charter. We're missing Charter. Okay. Let's write that game pin down. I think you guys see it. I lose track of it once I start though. But if Charter joins us, he can still get in. Thank you. All right. So there's 18 questions. They're all multiple choice here. Remember, use my screen to see the questions and the answer choices, and then your screen to select them. Ooh, we're starting off with an exponential function. Going way back to the beginnings of what an exponential function actually is here. You guys can't see the questions? Okay, we might. This is a bummer. I wonder why. Is it just a gray screen again? Okay, this one might be a wash. So I'm not sure if there's going to be enough time with this one. I think because I had moved my screen around. It didn't like that. Okay, yay! I've got to stop the outside recording thing, and I'll have to convert that one because I don't think that's going to work with the multiple screens going here. All right, good. So everyone got that one right. We noticed with the negative exponent that's applied to the 1/3 in there, that flips that around, so that becomes a 3/1. Good. All right, I was afraid that might be a wash because of the technical difficulties we were running into, but I think we got it all straightened out now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard. Ooh, all right, everybody's kind of bunched up together there because everybody got it correct. So Rebecca's in the lead, but not by much. All right, let's see how question 2 shakes things up here. Ooh, interesting. 8 seconds. Ooh, all right, well, awesome. So the 4 that answered got it correct, which is fantastic. If we show the graph here again, you could go ahead and plug the 4 options into a graphing calculator and see which one gets you the closest. Believe it or not, all of the equations look very similar to each other, but they gave very different graphs. The other thing we can do is pick a point on the graph besides 0, 1. Because 0, 1 fits every graph that was given there. So I would probably do 1 and around 3. So I would look and see if I plug 1 in for x, which equation is going to give me an output of approximately 3. And the only one that does that is the red one with your 3.6. Good. All right, so Rebecca's still in the lead, but Isaias is not far behind, and neither is Tommy or Rachel. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at question 3. Ooh, a nice story problem. "15 seconds, not sure, take a guess." All right, so this one, with the function here, the decay, so first of all, decay, because notice it is a negative up here, of 192 milligrams of an isotope is given by the function where t is in time in years. Find the amount left after 55 years. So all you have to do is take a calculator and substitute 55 in for t. When you do that, you should get 84.141111855. So round that to 84, and you'll get that correct response. Let's see, Isaiah, Tommy, and Rachel are all up there. Rebecca's not far behind, and then Becca is in 5th place there. 3 players have reached an answer streak of 3. Woohoo! All right, here's question 4, though. We're going on to our logs a little bit. Only 3 choices for this one. Becca, are you still there? All right. -2 was correct here. If I show the problem again, actually I don't have to, you do have to use your change of base formula for this. So log of 1 over 25 divided by log of 5, or you could recognize that 1 over 25 is the same as 5 to the -2 power. So if you recognize that 1 over 25 is 5 to the -2, you can use some of your properties and have log base 5 of 5 cancel out, and you're just left with that -2 that was up as an exponent. So a couple different ways you can go about to solve that one. All right, so Tommy, Isaias, and Rachel are continuing their answer streak there. Nice job, but Rebecca, you're still in this. Let's go ahead and take a look at question 5. That's a lot of 10s. 10 to the log base 10 of 10. All right, woohoo! So log base 10 of 10, that is going to cancel each other out to go just to 1. So 10 to the first power is just a 10. Nice job with their properties. Tommy is taking over the lead though. So Tommy, Isaias, and Rachel are all in it there. Rebecca's not far behind, and Becca's back in it too. Up past 1,000, so I like what I see. Let's go on to question 6. Round to 4 decimal places, so you will need a calculator for this one. Keep an eye on that base. All right, nice job. It is base 10, so we did have to keep an eye out for that in case we needed to use the change of base formula, but no need here. Our calculator operates in base 10, so we got that decimal answer pretty quickly. Isaias now stole the lead back from Tommy. I think it's going to be a up for grabs here for a little bit. And again, anybody's game, so let's go ahead and take a look at question 7. Use that asymptote to help you narrow down your choices. Ooh, 15 seconds. All right, squeeze it in just in the nick of time there. This one was a little bit more tricky. I could go ahead and use this asymptote, and when I move that -3 over by dx, I'd have to add it. So I know that x plus 3 is going to be inside my parentheses. So it can narrow it down to the red or the yellow. When I take a look at the graph, I notice that there is a reflection going on. Because usually I'm used to my logarithmic graphs going this direction, upwards. So it is going down, so there's a reflection. So I need a reflection in there with the negative out front. The other thing you could do for this is you could graph all 4 equations to see which one matches up. It is going to be the yellow one, though. All right, so Tommy and Isaias, and Rebecca is in 3rd with Rachel in 4th and Becca in 5th. It's a close call between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 4th. So let's keep going. Write the expression as a sum or difference of logarithms. So this time I want you to expand that. All right, that was a quick one. Yay, everybody got it right. All right, so important thing is, remember, you got to keep the base the same, so it's got to be log base 8. So it's only blue or yellow that work, and since you're multiplying, you want to add those pieces together. All right, so Tommy's still in the lead, but by 49 points. All right, so let's see if Isaias can take it back, or Rebecca, Rachel, or Becca can sneak in there. All right, answer. Another story problem. Well, it's technically not a story problem either, is it? I'm just looking to expand it all. All right, nice job. All right, it is going to be the red choice there because to separate the multiplication, you have to use addition. And to separate out that division, you have to use subtraction. So we want to add the first two pieces together and subtract off the denominator. Good. And we also bring the exponents down out front. We got that power rule property going on as well. All right, Isaiah took it back from Tommy, but again, not much separates 1 and 2, and not much separates Rebecca and Rachel either. So anyone's game still. So the close one, guys, you're keeping me on my toes. All right, this time we are condensing it. Nice job with your condensing and using those properties again. All right, this is a really good sign, you guys, for your test. If you are doing this well now with those properties, your test should look pretty good. All right, Rachel is on fire. Zayas is still in the lead. He expanded it a little bit more based on time. So speed with accuracy is what we're going for. That's the name of the game. All right. Everything looks good. Let's check out question 11. Looks like we're condensing again. Uh-oh. Tommy, this is your opening, it looks like. Right? There's still, what, like 6 questions after this? Your steak is gone, Isaiah? Oh no. I think you meant streak. I'd be pretty sad if my steak was gone though too. All right. Ooh. So we're across the board here. So maybe things opened a little bit for the leaderboard to be shooken up. So we'll see how this played out. So we wanted to condense this one again. So that meant we had to use the power rule and the product rule. So the 2 needed to go up on the x and the 5 needed to go up on the y. And since you're adding, you multiply x squared and y to the 5th together. So yellow is that correct one there. I'm interested to see. All right. So Tommy is in the lead like we kind of figured would happen after Isaiah went screaming in the chat box there. Isaiah, you're still in 2nd, Rebecca 3rd, Rachel 4th, Becca 5th. So things are a little bit closer though. Anything can happen in these last 6 questions. So it's not over till it's over. All right, how well do you know your change of base formula? It's just a downward spiral from here, huh, Isaiah? Generally it is. At least in my life, that's how it goes. All right, looks good, you guys. So obviously, speed and accuracy is the name of this game. Accuracy is the name of your test, though. So we want to at least make sure we're all getting the questions correct, which we are. So speed necessarily isn't a key factor when we get to that test. So that's a good thing. All right, Becca's on fire with an answer streak of 5. Tommy's still in the lead. She's got about a 2,000, a little less than 2,000 point lead on Isaias right now. Isaias has a little bit less than 2,000 point on Rebecca, and Rebecca's got a little bit over a 1,000 gain on Rachel. So still anybody's game, because we saw Isaias drop like 2,000 points with that one question. So anything can happen. All right, question 13 of 18. All right, we're running out of time. Hopefully you can narrow it down to at least a 50-50 option there between growth or decay. All right, this was an exponential decay. If I take a look here, we are interested in the base. The base tells us if I have growth happening or decay happening. If your base is larger than 1, you have growth. If it's between 0 and 1, it was Fox News, yep. If you have between 0 and 1, it is decay. So less than 1 is your decay. And then to see how much it's actually decaying by, you need to subtract that base from 1 and change that to a percentage. So when you subtract it from 1, you'll get like the 0.0052, but you still have to change that to a percent by multiplying by 100. So don't forget to move that decimal point 2 places to the right still. And that will give you the green. All right, so Tommy's in the lead. Then Isaias, Rebecca, Rachel, Becca, so not much of a change up there. Let's go ahead and take a look at question 14. All right, so this one, if I bring the function back up here, it is growth. Notice the base is larger than 1. So when I subtract, it gives me a 0.07. Changing that to a decimal is 7%. So don't forget, we want to multiply by 100 to get that growth rate after the subtraction. All right, Isaias is on a streak, on a comeback. It says comeback. There we go. All right, Tommy's still in the lead though. Let's go ahead. We've got 3 questions left only. Ooh, we're kind of split with this one. All right, find the exponential function that satisfies the given conditions. Initial value, that's your starting piece. That's what you have at the very front. So we can get rid of yellow because of that. And increasing, so you know it's a growth function. So 1 point something. And what is it increasing by? 10%. 10% as a decimal is 0.1. So we're looking for 1.1 as the base. So blue fits that description. All right, only a couple questions left here. Let's see if we can shake it out at the end of class. Is it going to shake up the leaderboard or is it going to stay the same? We're getting into some of the more difficult questions at the end of the unit here with the solving. Can you use your properties to solve and your techniques? Three seconds. We had a lot coming at the end. Okay, so I was expecting that to be a little bit varied because that took a while. Remember with your logarithmic functions, you always want to try to isolate that log before you do any of your techniques of graphing or changing to exponential form. The exponential form is what we want to do here. So subtracting the 10, dividing by the -1, and then changing to exponential, so 4 to the first power equals x plus 6. and then subtracting 6 to get 4 minus 6 is negative 2. So that's the technique that we want to use for this one. All right, Tommy's still in the lead. Just a couple questions left here. We'll see if we can squeeze them in with the time remaining. Nice job, guys. So yep, this is an exponential function. It has a variable up as an exponent. The base is 6, and the initial value is negative 1.8. All right, Becca's on fire. All right, not much separating Tommy and Isaiah here, so this is it. This is for all the marbles. Last question. Okay, whoever locked in first had a really good shot of getting some serious points here if they were correct, because there was pretty big time gap between player 1 and player 2 locking in their answers here. So we'll see. All right, yellow is correct there. Decreasing means you have to subtract from 1, and we want to go ahead and just subtract the 0.005 from that. We have to change that 0.5% to a decimal. So let's see. Tommy held on to her lead there. Isaiah, you were so close. And then Rebecca, and I think Rachel, and then Becca to finish it out. Nice job, guys. So I really liked what I saw. Yeah, I guess that time gap wasn't quite strong enough. I like what I saw with your answers. You guys got a lot of them correct out of the 18 there. The one thing I would kind of point out for you to review still are maybe some more of those solving for your logarithmic equations, reviewing your extraneous solutions as well. So go over some of the other methods for solving those logarithmic and exponential functions. There wasn't too many of those on there, so you might want to touch base with those before you head into your test. But the good news is I really like what I saw, so hopefully that test goes really, really well for you. Any questions with reviewing today for that test? Okay, there are good times ahead. This week we're starting Unit 4, which means we are starting trigonometry. Woohoo! We have a good 2 solid units of trigonometry coming up our way to kind of round out first semester here. So we're going to get into our sine, cosine, and tangent functions in Unit 4. So something to look forward to. All right, that's all I got for you today. So good luck on your Unit 3 test. Let me know if you need any help with that. Otherwise, I'll see you guys Thursday again where we will start our trig unit. Bye, everyone.